How we doing out there, guys? This is the Canada Social Sports Podcast coming to you guys live. We're going to do a little something different today, man. We're going to talk about the UFC. We're going to talk about the division that made UFC popular, the light heavyweight division. It's now vacant. Jamil Hill, the guy that we've seen tear it up 6 months ago, do what he had to do, go into the ring, establish that dominance, and guess what? He's out. He tore his Achilles. So not only he tore, he ruptured his Achilles. So a rupture is different than a tear. A lot of people understand that a tear is basically, think about a line like this, and it just snaps in half. A rupture is that same exact line, torn here, torn here, torn here, torn here, torn here, torn here. So it's 10, 15, 20, 30 different tears, splits from that actual tendon. So a lot of times people think about, okay, well, it is your knee, you're a UFC fighter. It doesn't really affect you that much compared to your kicks or this or that. And it affects a lot, guys. And this is the third time in 3 years that the championship belt has been vacated. Let's go back to 3 years ago when John Jones was the individual that held the championship, the individual that nobody could beat. Can they beat him now? He went up to heavyweight. Who knows? 3 years ago, no one could beat him. He was on a cocaine problem, allegedly. He was on a drug problem, allegedly. Steroids problem, allegedly. There was so many different things going on with John Jones that no one knew what to expect. So the belt had to get vacated. Young man came in, Mr. Hill, did what he had to do. Now, we go back to watch Jan fight, watch Muhammad fight. Those are two great fighters. Blacksmith in the UFC division is amazing. Jan's a big white boy, red hair, comes at you hard. He's 205, gets the ring at 225. Does he come be the champion again? Does Glover come back out and say, hey, you know what? My last fight, it was a draw. It's a lot to digest in the UFC right now. And to say the least, Dana White and Joe Rogan has their work cut out for him. What's next? Because you can't get John Jones to come back from heavyweight to middleweight, right? John's got this one big last fight in his head with Miko and Strip, and he just feels like he's going to take Strip out, and Strip's a Hall of Fame, and he's a Hall of Fame, and that's the best matchup. Well, technically, brother, I don't know if that is. I don't know if this is a one-and-done career that you're trying to get done from John Jones is what we want. GSP's coming back. Does GSP dare go into light heavy? The biggest he's ever been was 185. I mean, does Conor step in? There's a lot of questions out there because if you guys seen Conor lately, Conor walks around like motherfucking more than I do. I'm 190, 200. Conor's walking around 225, 230. That's a lot of muscle from a guy that fought 175, 165, 155. That's a lot. The UFC division has never been as open as it is now. Now, a lot of people talk about, well, you know what? Yuri, the fighter that our wonderful hell Mr. Jamil is supposed to fight. Well, he's going to come out. He's going to dominate this. And he's... Okay, so do you put Yuri up to fight Glover? Do you get another one of the top three contenders to say, hey, you know what? You got 6 weeks to go out, 2 months to go out to train. You've been training ready. Get ready for this fight. Many people's going to take it. Real fighters are going to take it, especially at the championship belt. Especially when there isn't a true champion. Everybody's jumping for the opportunity. I get it. I respect it. But is Pierre the next guy? Is Jan the next guy to come in? Guys, I want to know what you guys think. I want to know. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The UFC is coming in. The light heavyweight division is open. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. Drop it now. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Tell a friend to tell a friend, guys. See you soon.